recently inherited a Dell Optiplex GX620 with a Pentium 4 running at 3.2 GHz with hyperthreading. The person who owned the PC before complained that it's getting very noisy, which I suspect is due to it being full of dust. So the PC's actually got Windows 10 installed, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to repurpose the machine so that we can use it for playing some games from around 1997 through to 2003. The PC is more than powerful enough to handle games from that era without requiring any upgrades. So first things first, I'm going to shut the PC down and I am going to open up the case and give it a clean. So we'll do that now. So it's your standard Dell case with the catch on the top or the side of the case, depending on which way you want to look at it. So pull the catch and open it up, and whoa, we've already got dust flying out of there. Not a good start. So don't know how much in there you can see, but there's quite a lot of dust around the power supply, and I'm guessing the CPU is getting too hot, which is causing the fan to speed up. So I'll grab a screwdriver and we'll clean the PC. Okay, so first things first, I can actually grab most of the dust from the power supply. I give it a blow and whoosh, there it goes. Hopefully none of that's gone in the power supply. No doubt the comments will have people complaining that it has. So we'll just unscrew the cage that the processor is inside. Plastic cage, it's not metal. Not that really matters. Okay, and we have lots of dust in there. So this is causing the system to slow down, as the CPU just cannot stay at the right temperature, and the heatsink's very hot. So I'm just going to clean this off camera with some compressed air. As you can see, I've taken out the GPU riser from the machine. Now the reason for this, I've actually found a spare graphics card that I'd got kicking around. I thought I might as well make good use of it and put it in the system. So it's a Radeon HD 4550, which not the greatest graphics card in the world by today's standards, but putting into a Pentium 4 machine that we're going to use to run all games, it's going to do it the world of good. It's also going to help run things like being able to watch YouTube videos. It'll just give it a little bit of a boost, so we can watch HD video, that kind of thing. I actually picked this up from Computer Exchange for £4 for a side project I was working on, but it never materialised into a video. But I may resurrect that idea once we've had a spin with this. So I will just put this into the riser. There we go, and then Oh, not quite there. Just put the blanking plate for the spare back in and pop the lock down. Okay, and then we'll just pop that back into the case. Okay, so we've cleaned out the system and we've added a new graphics card, replaced the cooling paste, so we should get better performance out of it. So we'll have a quick look at it booting up into Windows 10. The system's already running a lot quieter. You can still hear the fan, but it's not quite as audible as it was before.
2 hours later.
More than just a few hours later, I have completely wiped everything from this PC and installed a bucket load of old games to show you how it performs. I've also installed the latest updates for Windows 10 and I have defragmented the C drive. So without further ado, I'll just jump in and show you some of the games and how they perform. I've had to turn the sound off simply because I don't want any copyrighted music on my videos, as that will prevent them from being monetized. So, first things first, we'll try Tomb Raider 2. So some of the full motion video, for some reason, when I record the screen, they are appearing in a smaller resolution, just in the corner, but they are actually full screen for me, from what I can see. So there's no point in me going into the actual game. I'm just going to go into Lara's home, because that was the best part of the game anyway. So I've actually I got this from a charity shop for 50 pence. Oh, there he is, the butler. I would try and get him trapped in the fridge, as that's the most fun thing to do, but I think that'd be a bit of a waste of time. I remember spending hours and hours and hours on this game. The recording resolution is set quite low, as I'm recording using the hardware. So the actual resolution that I'm running at is almost full HD, but I'm using a quite an unusual 5:4 resolution. Sorry, not resolution. You know what I mean. Aspect ratio. A 5:4 aspect ratio monitor. That cost me £5 from a car boot sale. So the game is performing exceptionally well, which you would expect on this hardware, even with recording at the same time. There's no lag whatsoever. It's probably running at about 60 frames per second, if not more, which is nice. This is the sort of performance I was hoping to get from the PC. If we look around, the draw distance is pretty pants, but everything is actually set at the highest it can possibly go for this game. I'm running in DirectX mode rather than OpenGL, which is probably going to help. This PC's got DirectX 11 installed, and yeah, everything seems pretty good as far as this game goes. So we'll come out of it, if I can remember how to do that. Ah yes, we open up the blank pages, exit to title, and then we go into the passport again, exit game. So we're back at the title screen. The title screen? What am I on about? Back on my desktop. Next up, we will try a strategy game. So first we'll try Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. So we've got the triple thrill pack here. This one I purchased from Good Old Games. As you can see, it's starting for the first time, because this is the first time I'm trying it on this PC. We'll just give it a few seconds. So if you've not been on Good Old Games, it is a great website. It's really good for literally good old games. Comes highly recommended if you've got an old PC that you want to just play some classic games on. So yeah, I accept all that. Start a new game. Beginner packs. We might as well start on here. So this is really smooth. I'd imagine it will get a bit less smooth once you've put a load of rides on there, but as far as this classic Tom Sawyer isometric game goes, Tom Sawyer? Chris Sawyer. Tom Sawyer? What the heck am I on about? But yeah, no issues here. This seems to run fine. Highly addictive game. But I'm not gonna go into it too much, as I may just get hooked on it. So it's handled Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 nicely. There's no point in playing the first one, as the second one is pretty much the same with a few additions. So we'll try Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Now this is obviously a lot more in depth. This one is the first Roller Coaster Tycoon game, or roller coaster simulation type strategy game, which has a free roaming camera and you can actually go on the rides that you build, which was fantastic when it first came out. It did just say it on the screen, but I didn't really read that. I think it was 2003 maybe. Feel free to correct that in the comments. This game still holds up quite well today, actually. Even on top-end hardware, if you've got a really complex theme park and you have the settings on high, it can actually really push a CPU and graphics card due to the distinctly big level of detail that's in the game. So I will go into one of the career mode levels. I'll go into a soaked one. Start a new career. Yeah, we'll have that one. And I think if going Lost Atlantis. Let me see if I can remember my. Here we go. So the Oasis of Fun. I seem to remember there's quite a lot of detail on this park already at the beginning of the scenario. So this might be a good one just to see how the hardware holds up. It's taking a while to load, but this game does. I've not got an SSD in here because that'd kind of spoil the experiment, really. I've just got a mechanical hard drive. I've got 500 gigabytes in there, which probably is overkill. I could get a lot of games on there from this era, if not all of them. So we've got the scenario objectives there. It's quite nice. Is that nice and smooth? It looks quite detailed. So some of the reflections look good. It's a bit jerky, but I am recording the screen at the same time. So we'll go in and just have a look at the settings that I'm using, if I can remember how to do that. Files and options, that would be the one. Game options, so we'll have a look. So I've got it on. That is not the highest resolution that this monitor will go to. It won't actually go to the right resolution. Oh no, sorry, I beg your pardon. That is the highest resolution it will go to. We've got high quality settings on. So that is basically the highest it will go. So yeah, we've got the settings as high as they will go, and it seems to run this fine. Just zoom out. There isn't really much to this park, not as much as I thought there was, but hey ho, it performs well at this stage. So let's have a look at this guy. A shark man in a desert. And we've got a swimming pool. Wonderful. Yes, so this game clearly works quite well. I would love to throw a really complicated park at it, but if it did get to the point where it wasn't really running properly, I would just lower the graphical settings a little bit turn off some of the shadows and the reflections maybe. But yeah, it works perfectly, and again, an absolutely brilliant game. I now need to work out how to exit the game. I would assume it is that. Yes, it is, and we will quit. So back on the desktop again. Not much point in trying Who Wants to Be a Millionaire second edition, as it's just a quiz game. But a lot of these I did pick up just for up to 50 pence, or half a dollar, or 50 cents, however you want to say it. For my American buddies, you can often pick them up at car boot sales or thrift stores in America. But one of the games that always crops up about PCs from around this era is Championship Manager 01 or 02. This is the best of the Championship Manager series. It's better than all of the latest editions of Football Manager. So I didn't need to put the disc in for this, because you can actually download this for free legally. I'll put a link in the description, but absolutely great game. If you're into football, running it on this hardware as well, it just zips along. There's no waiting around, he says, while it sets up and takes a while. But there's not much waiting around, but years and years of fun from this. So I'll just quickly take over a team and look at some of the players, just to jog our memories of the legends that were. Once it's loaded, I shouldn't have said there's no waiting around, because clearly there is. But this is just setting up the new game, which always used to take forever anyway. But this game obviously doesn't use a graphics card particularly. It's more CPU intensive, as it is really just a giant playable spreadsheet. The best one in the world. So just put some details in. Do I want a password on there? Don't think I do. We'll leave that at that, and we will take over. Oh wow, Leeds United in the Premiership. Yeah. Oh wow. Chris Kamara. That can't be right. But we've got the real Rio Ferdinand there. Another legend. Michael Dewberry. Wow, this brings back memories. I'll have a look at another team. Well, Man City in Division 1. What? Division 1's of course now the Championship. So, whew. Wow. This is going back some. That meow in the background was my cat, if the microphone picked that up. This is superb. We will take control. Take control of Manchester United. Yeah. Oh, the power. Tomo's Tech in charge of Man United playing. So, absolutely brilliant. The closest you can get to this, actually, I've said this in comments on another video. If you get the Android or iOS version of the latest Football Manager, the team selection and that kind of thing is very, very similar. It's got the same feel to it. It's really good actually. But that's the very basic one, the one that runs on phones. But you can get a more in-depth version of it, but that's like the full desktop experience. I definitely wouldn't recommend that unless you've got a stupid amount of spare time, because it's too in-depth. It's really hard to we'll save my game. Apologies if anyone doesn't like Man United, but hey ho, tough. So that clearly performs okay. We will try next. We'll try a racing game. So we'll try Lotus Challenge. Oof! Actually, install this one from the original CD. So I'll just pop it in to play it. You could, of course, rip the CD and mount it using, well, I use virtual clone drive, which is quite good. But you can use Power ISO, other things like that. So we'll try that again. Lotus Challenge. I've just realised I've put the Screamer 4x4 CD in. That's not going to help us. Just change it over and get a Lotus Challenge disc. There's something really nostalgic for me playing games in either a 5:4 or a 4:3 aspect ratio. Simply because at the time games were sort of designed to run like that. Nowadays everything's widescreen, of course, but this is cool. I like it. I am actually going to repurpose this monitor and use it for an arcade build that I'm working on with a Raspberry Pi. I could use a PC, but PCs use quite a lot of power, which I don't really need to use. So we'll have a look at the options here. We'll go on to the display options, and we can change. Wow, I can change the colours. We can't really do much. So we'll just start. We'll have a single game. I'll have a race, and yeah, that'll do. Go. Don't know what the controls are here, so this could be embarrassing, but I'm going to assume it's WASD, as most racing games are. Wow, I remember playing this when it first came out and thinking that the graphics were amazing, but yeah, they're not anymore. Oh, it's not WASD, it's the arrow keys. So the sky, I don't know if it's going to pick this up properly, but it kind of looks a bit strange. It's really pixelated. It's a real shame we can't pump up the resolution here, because this looks pretty dire. Oh wow, this game, I used to think it was amazing, but it's really not. Some nice physics on it though, when the cars go around the corner or where you bump. But it's yeah, it's not quite up there with Forza or Gran Turismo. But for its day, it was good. It was a legit driving simulator. Oh, I'm not last. Get in. And corner coming up. Whoa! And I'm not good at this. Oh dear. Yes. Anyway, it does kind of play a bit like one of the Tokka games from around the same time. I think it was Tokka 3, but it's a different developer as far as I can see. Kuju Entertainment Limited. I do remember the Lotus Turbo Challenge games on the Amiga, the first and second one. They were fantastic. They were much better than this. They were more arcadey. I mean, this is good for the time, but it's a simulation, a boring driving simulation. So, without further ado, I'll come out of there, and we'll test it with something else. Ooh, the thing that highlighted started flashing at me then, as I was doing something wrong by by exiting the game. So Morrowind, still a great game. I'm just going to set everything as high as I can, which that has done, and we'll click play and we'll see what this performs like. Again, should easily run this. The Pentium 4, the hyperthreaded 3.2 GHz, is some serious overkill for games of this era. We are talking top-end processor for the time, and now I've got it for free. But to be honest, before anyone comments, if I start throwing PUBG or any modern AAA titles at this, it's not going to work. which seems quite obvious, but yeah, some people seem to think that PCs that play games should only play AAA games and should be really expensive with RGB lights inside. But the reality is, some of us just want to play some good old games. And, very nice. It runs very smoothly. I don't know the controls. So, ooh, you need to type in your name. Tomo's Tech. Surprised putting apostrophes in some of these games doesn't mess things up. Come on, Geob, let me do something. Who's this? I can't remember. It's years since I've played this. Guard. Hello, Guard. Can't hear them because I've turned all the audio off. W and S move forward and back. A and D move side to side, and the mouse looks around. Sounds good, Mr. Guard. How do I run? Shift. Whoa, I've just had an Avast pop up. I think Avast now is really it's got a lot of annoying things trying to sell you extra stuff to clear junk from your hard drive. Back in the day, it never did any of that. It used to be brilliant. Look up at the hatch and press spacebar to open it. Spacebar activates objects and people you are looking at. Let's activate some people. And it is loading. Oof. There we go. It's a bit stuttery with the water. It looks nice though. Look at that. Beautiful reflections. Let's go activate this guy. Activate. His face doesn't look like it matches anything else. I'll be Argonian. I will change sex. And I'll change my face. I'll change my hair. There we go. That looks cool. Thanks, Guard. Now can I please carry on walking? I don't know what you're saying because I turned the sound off. Morrowind. What a beautiful game. Still really good as well. Hello, Guard. What do I do now? Oh, do I activate the door? Probably. Loading area. Aha! This guy. Activate. No, let me just get on with stuff. Right, we get the idea. It runs okay. That'll do. Whatever I've just done there. Right, let's come out of the game. No problems whatsoever. Decisions. I think it might be time for us to try Unreal Tournament 2004. Another game that should run perfectly on this hardware. Given that I believe the graphics card I've actually put in here didn't even exist when all of these games came out. Nvidia, the way it's meant to be played. Don't tell them that I've actually not got an Nvidia card. Looks nice though. Right, let's go into settings and see what everything's set at. High, highest, high, full. Oh, it's on as full as possible. So we will instant action play a practice match. Wow, this game was awesome. We'll go assault and we'll play, see what happens. They don't make them like they used to. I think in a way this is probably better than PUBG, simply because it's just got, what am I talking about? It's not better than PUBG. I'm trying to justify something that's just incorrect. It still has its place though. Unreal Tournament, was fantastic. I've been to so many LAN parties when I was younger, and we'd just stay up all flipping night and we'd play this. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Here we go. Oh wow, it looks really cool. If I'd have had this hardware when I was when this game came out, I would have absolutely loved it. I've forgotten what I'm supposed to do. Destroy the ship engines. I see. I cannot remember how to do this. I've just... yeah, gone on the wrong game mode there. Let's try something else. I'll forfeit that one. Game type. Deathmatch. This is more like it. We'll do... I can't remember which map it was that I really liked. Let's see if I can find it by going through some of these. Oh, this game. Wow. Seem to remember Junkyard being good fun. Let's play. Oh, if only I could have a few of these PCs and a load of my mates round. It would bring back so many memories, so many happy memories. Death matches on here. Come on, let's go get someone. Boom. Haha. I wish I was playing real people. Got him. Oh, that serves me right for trying to work out what the controls were. Genuinely cannot remember how to change weapon or get off a console by the seams of things. Here we go. Ah, middle mouse button, that'd be it. Let's find him. Where's he gone? Haha, the memories. In your face. Ah, double kill. Get in. Yeah. Dual wield. Haha. Oh man, I love this game. I remember adjusting like loads of the settings and having like next to no gravity so you could jump miles up into the sky. It was brilliant. Boom. Oh, this is so good. Yeah. Proper on a spree now. Cannot beat this game. I could literally play this for the whole video and you guys would all be bored, but I'd be enjoying myself. But yeah, I'll come out of it. We can quite clearly see that the game runs really well on this hardware, as you'd expect. I did used to have a Pentium 4 of this age that I used to take to LAN parties and run the original Modern Warfare, and it was really smooth on that. Can't actually remember what graphics card I had, but it was really good. Finally, we'll try one more game. I think we'll give Settlers 4 a blast. Settlers games were absolutely brilliant, no doubt about that. Oh, we're dropping resolution here. I spent hours on these. I had the original Settlers and Settlers 2 on the Amiga, and I've just always loved this series of games. Something fantastic about the flow of materials and getting it right. just so that you've got a thriving settlement. But then I kind of feel a bit sad when you've then got to finish the level and take out the opposition with with everything that you've built up. I realise that you can keep playing, but I don't necessarily want to keep playing when there's no opponent. I just enjoy just building things up. I'd be quite happy if the the opposition just stayed and kept going. This actually, there's quite a lot of slowdown here. I think it's because it doesn't use 3D hardware, so it's all software generated, which is a bit of an issue. But it kind of makes sense because this game, the graphics aren't fantastic. I mean, even when I zoom right in, it's like 16-bit era sprites. It's yeah, it's cool. It runs well enough, but it would be nice if there was some sort of 3D acceleration. If anyone knows of any way of getting 3D acceleration on the game, which I don't think there is, then do let me know. I remember getting this game actually on the iPhone 3. You used to be able to get it, the Apple iStore. It was great, but once you got a certain amount of stuff going on, it was unplayable. And I suspect it'll be the same case here. With the graphics all being software rendered, it's just, yeah, need to boost it somehow. Maybe I'll just get Settlers 5, although it's not quite as good as 1 to 4. Settlers 3 was probably the best one. I don't know if you saw that on my desktop, but I've also got that. Actually, here we go. So it is hardware, Lance. Here we go. Object engine. Ha ha ha. Silly me. It won't actually let me change it though. Nope. Maybe it will. Let's have a look. There we go. We'll put high textures on, everything on the hardware. And it's even worse. What's going on? This game's just not optimized. I could lower the resolution, but I don't think that's really going to help. Anyway, I'm just going to come out of the game if I can remember how to. Nope, I cannot remember. There we go. So, game settings, perhaps. Nope. It's been a while. I genuinely cannot remember how to get out of this though. Aha, what's this? This will end the game. Old school like button. There we go. I lost the game. So we'll come out of there. Just keep hitting escape and exit. So there we have it. My 1997 to 2003-ish free PC. I've got most of the games very cheap from Good Old Games, but also picked some up in charity shops for 50p. A lot of these games you can actually get from Computer Exchange, the place that I love to hate and hate to love. So let me know what you think in the comments, guys, and I will see you in the next video, which will be next week. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already. Cheerio.